Hello, everybody, and welcome to Ask Dr. John, a video series about American Change Agent, a life and legacy of seeking diversity, equality, and inclusion, a book by my father, Dr. John F. Leeke, with yours truly, Ananda Madeline Leeke. How are you, Dr. John?
Oh, I'm fine today. It's a beautiful day here as we begin this conversation.
Okay, so this video is focused on why did you write your life story? So tell us, why did you write your life story, Dr. John?
Well, basically, I wrote it because I wanted to leave something for my children. Um, it's interesting. I went to a book reading in which a number of authors were talking about uh, their books in terms of leaving something for loved ones. And when I left there, I got to really thinking about that. And I started to think that, yes, my children know me, but they don't know a lot about what I've done during my lifetime. And that was the beginning of me thinking about writing about my life. Um, I I began to pull together an outline that sort of described my life from the point in which that I came into this world. As I began putting that together, and in fact began writing the book, um, I began to make more changes. And I began to add. I felt fortunate that I had a lot of material of things that I did during my life. And so I just had to go pull those, a lot of texts and so forth, out of boxes and other places where I had kept information. Uh, and then I began also thinking about what else would I need to say as I described at the point when I started this, I was looking at 7 decades. But as anybody knows that writes something, it takes a while to get it written. And so I'm now looking at 8 decades of life on the planet. Uh, but that's a lot of why I chose to write my life story. I wanted to leave something.
I'm going to follow up with just a quick question. And when you first wrote a letter to your children after President Barack Obama was elected to the White House in 2008, going into 2009. I remember you sharing that letter with me on my 45th birthday. So we were already into 2000, I think it was 2008. Yeah, it's right
Yeah.
after he was elected. So you wrote this letter to your children. Um, why did you want to write that letter to your children?
Well, that was the real opening notion of wanting to leave something, and I just wanted to tell them a little something. And I don't know that I actually was at a point where I was going to write a book.
Mhm.
Uh, the real thought was, because I got turned on by what had happened at this book reading that I had attended. And so, and just to write a letter is a whole lot different than thinking about writing a book.
Yes, it is. Well, thank you so much for sharing why you wanted to write your book, our book, American Change Agent, A life and legacy of seeking diversity, equality, and inclusion. Everybody, if you want to know more about the book, go to anandaleak.com/ Dr. John. That's anandaleak.com/ Dr. John. That's where you can see the cover. You can read a short summary of the book. There's going to be news about when we release the book. We're saying June 2025 now. So just stay tuned for more information. And we'll be back with another video behind the scenes, letting you know what it was like writing the book, why we wrote it, what happened, what we learned, what were some of the things that got in our way, what were some of the high moments, the low moments, the in-between moments. So stay tuned for more. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Bye now.